Welcome, welcome, welcome to another day of our noonday meditation. For those of you, well, let me wait on persons to come online, but for those who are already online, I'd like to remind you of my name. My name is Jumoke Patrick. Who am I? I'm a teacher in training at the Universal Foundation for Better Living, and I'm based here in Kingston, Jamaica. So thank you for joining. Welcome, 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 and Happy New Year, Happy New You. I'm hoping that you all are having a fantastic start to your new year. I'm hoping that you're ready to re-engage, ready to reignite, and ready to have an awesome and successful 2023. So as we wait as our brothers and sisters and friends to join online, I wanted to remind you today that, hey, get your copy of your daily inspiration. And guess what? Today's daily inspiration, or the 2 months daily inspiration, January and February, is written by Mr. Conroy Wilson here in Kingston, Jamaica at UC Truth. So get your copies, whether you're based in Kingston, whether you're based in Chicago, Miami, Canada, or wherever across the world you are. Get a copy of your daily inspiration. And today's title is called Push Through the Feeling. And so I'm welcoming everybody online, and as we are about to start, I want to read the first paragraph of today's reading. And it says, there may come a point in your journey where you feel as though you should quit for whatever reason. That's not the message your inner voice is sending. It is telling you that this is your breaking point, the point at which your mind and body breaks free from old beliefs and an old way of operating shift to a new way of being. That's how we're starting off today. An old way of operating, shifting it to a new way of being. And many of us have to push through the feelings over the Christmas holiday, push through the feelings as we start 2023, based on whatever challenges or issues that we have been having as individuals and as spiritual beings. We have to push through those feelings. We have lived through 2022. We have lived through COVID. We have lived through financial crisis. We have lived through relationship breaks up. We have lived through the changing of jobs. And guess what? It just goes to show we just have to push through and live through those experiences as we move on, as we move to higher ground, as we move to a higher person, as we move to a higher spiritual being. And as I invite my singers to kick us off with some music, we're going to be moving on. We're going to be pushing through, and we're going to go to our higher self as we're ready to take actions and move forward in 2023.
I'm closing chapters, I'm turning pages, glory to glory, and from faith to faith, I'm moving on. I'm moving on, and then I'm moving on. I'm getting older, so I keep it straight. It hurts to let go, it hurts more to stay. I'm moving on, and there I'm moving on, and there I'm moving on. Hey, 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 I know my real view can't compare to what God will do with my life. I am forgetting what's behind me. I have finally decided that I'm moving on. I'm moving on, and there I'm moving on. My mother taught me, she taught me well, forget your failures, forgive yourself. I'm moving on, moving on, yeah. Moving on. Hey, 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 yeah. I know my real view can't compare to what God will do with my life. I am forgetting what's behind me. I have finally decided letting it go, letting it go, letting it go. Moving on, yeah, I'm moving on. I'm moving on. One more time, say I'm moving on. Moving on. Moving on. Moving on.
Thank you. We're moving on. We're pushing through. We're pushing through and moving on despite the seeming challenges and circumstances in our life. We're moving on and we're pushing through as we start 2023. And if you're like me and you reflect a lot, you'll have many experiences, many thoughts that runs across your mind in terms of what you need to do to push through and to move on despite the feelings, despite the challenges. And for example, last night I was in my bed. And if you're like me, like I said earlier, you do a reflection of the day. And we're starting 2023, and I wrote down all the things that I wanted to achieve, that I want to achieve in 2023. And while writing those down, I got several emails. And one of those emails actually was from an institution that says, hey, we're asking you to withdraw your participation in this particular program because of several reasons. And truth be told, it hit me. I started to feel bad about it. I started to feel as if I was not good enough to be in this program. And I also started to recognize and realize that I was also not doing the work as a truth student or as a student in the program. So for the entire night in the bed, I could not sleep. And I started to think a lot and I started to process things. And during that entire thinking and pushing through, I wrote down some things that I needed to do. One was to reach out to the dean of the program, which I did this morning. And one was to recommit myself to the program and also holding myself accountable as to what I need to do to push through the feelings, the challenges, the issues, the circumstances, the busyness, the no money, whatever it is, to achieve what I wanted to achieve. Did so, the action from that. The reaction from that was that I was admitted back into the program within hours, within an hour of reaching out to the dean of discipline, or the dean, not discipline, the dean of the program. So I'm saying this to you that there will be challenges, there will be feelings, there will be circumstances, there will be relationship problem, there will be money problem, there will be problem at work. You are going to feel, you are going to cry, you're going to get angry, but after that, then what next? There must be an action, a concrete, positive action that grounds you in your spirituality, that use your faculty of faith to remind yourself that you're awesome, to remind yourself who you are and whose you are. Those are important as we start 2023. Just like the woman with the issue of blood, she had to push through the crowd. She went searching, she went pushing, she wanted to touch, she wanted to feel, she wanted to connect. That is what she did. And in connecting, she was healed. And in connecting, my friends, that's how we will be better people, better spiritual people. That's how we will improve in our life. That's how we will get the master's, the degree, the undergraduate degree, that job, that car. Whatever it is that you want for 2023 requires us to push through, to move through, and to be more than who we are now. In Conroy's writing, he also says, affirm, I am more than my thoughts, I am more than my feelings, I use mastery, authority, and dominion in all my dealings. Then get up and go do what you are led to do in faith. You are that powerful. You are that powerful, powerful beyond measures. So powerful that you can achieve and do all that is required for you to be the best person, your best self. Ladies and gentlemen, persons online, friends, it is important that you push through the feelings. It is important that you push through all the challenges that you're facing in your life. And you know them. You can write them down on a piece of paper. Individually, collectively, we know what are our challenges in whatever spaces we are in. So if you know that you need to go home tonight and fix that relationship problem, push through the feeling and have that serious conversation, that heart-to-heart conversation, do it. If you know that in order for you to earn more in 2023, you have to talk about the money issues, clear up the debts that you have with banks and institutions and loan institutions. Start saving more. Instead of going to the outlets to buy clothes, put the $10, the $20 in your bank account. Invest in accounts. Invest in other things that will help you to be prosperous and attract more money substance towards your life. That's a lesson for me, even though I'm speaking that to you today. In recognizing that in order to grow, in order to get, in order to receive, I have to push through those limitations that I've placed on myself. I have to push through those feelings that are holding me down, that are preventing me from being my best self as Jumoke Patrick. That's what we are called to do as spiritual beings. That's what we are called to do as we seek a life that is so grand and big, that we seek a life that is fulfilling and happy, joyous, that has peace. It requires us to connect all the dots in all the areas of our life, financially, vocationally, spiritually, relationally, socially, physically. It requires us to push through the feelings. That's what we're being called to do today, January the 11th, based on the reading that we are here. And Genesis 1 verse 26 says, "And let them have dominion over the fish of the sea and over the birds of the air." Let me read that again. "And let them have dominion over the fish of the sea and over the birds of the air." You can have dominion over your life. You can have the control, the power, the will, the strength to succeed and have a better, happier, and prosperous life. Be bold. Be you. Do not be scared. Push on through. Move forward, as the song said earlier. We're moving on. We're moving on. And if we have to move past certain people, if we have to move past certain organizations, if we have to move past certain things, we just have to move past them and move on to our better, higher spiritual selves. We're moving on, friends. We're connecting the dots. We're becoming better. We're doing the action in order to get the reactions that we want in our life. We're going with love. We're going with peace. We're going with joy. We're going with our own ability to know that as a spiritual being, through the self-work, we're going to be better, bolder, and happier for 2023. And that's what I want for everybody, including myself. Jumoke, looking at who he is today, how is he showing up in the world? Because it requires us to have that conversation with ourselves. It requires us to have that conversation with the people around us. It requires us to stop some of the things that we are doing in order to achieve better and do better and be great. And like I said earlier, we know what those things are. We know who we need to stop entertaining. We know where we need to stop going. We know what thoughts we need to stop having. Ladies and gentlemen, friends, as I close out, I want to also remind you that this evening at 6:30 p.m. at UC Truth, Collins Green Avenue, will be our Burning Bowl goal setting session. And I'm inviting you all to come on out to be a part of that experience as we become our better selves in 2023, as we push through to be our greatest in 2023. Come on out, come and be a part of the experience. We want to support you to become your better self, and we want to ensure that in 2023, you're doing the things that you need to do and I need to do to become better persons. So we're moving on. And as we close out, we're going to just move on with the singers and enjoy the rest of your day, friends. Thank you very much.
I'm closing chapters, I'm turning pages, glory to glory, from faith to favor. I'm moving on, I'm moving on, yeah, I'm moving on. I'm getting older, so I'll keep it straight. It hurts to let go, hurts more to stay. I'm moving on, yeah, moving on, yeah, I'm moving on. Hey, 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 hey. I know my real view can't compare to what God will do with my life. I am forgetting what's behind me. I have finally decided I'll be moving on and there, moving on and there, moving on. My mother taught me, she taught me well, forget your failures and forgive yourself. I'm moving on, oh Lord, moving on, moving on. Hey, 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 yeah. I know my real view can't compare to what God will do with my life. I am forgetting what's behind me. I have finally decided I'll be moving on. Oh Lord, I'm moving on. Hey, 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 hey. I know my real view can't compare to what God will do with my life. I am forgetting what's behind me. I have finally decided I'll be moving on. Yes, I'm moving on. Yeah, I'm moving on. Oh Lord, oh Lord, I've been moving, letting it go, letting it go, letting it go, letting it go, moving on. You gotta say letting it go, letting it go, letting it go, letting it go, moving on. Moving on, moving on, moving on. Akira, you want to say something? Come on, say something. Come on now. There we go.
I'm moving on.
Oh, Lord.
I'm moving on. I'm moving on.
Yeah. Anthony, you want to say something? Come on, Anthony.
Oh, moving on.
Oh, Lord.
Moving on. I'm moving
Come on, everybody.
on.
Oh, yeah. I've been say, yeah. I've been moving on. Oh, Lord.
Moving on.
You got to move on. I've been
Moving on.
Say one more time to go close now. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I've been
moving on.
Oh, yeah. Ricardo.
Moving on.
Let it go. Say,
Moving on.
Can somebody worship God right now? Lift up the name of the Lord.